EPA launches multi-year cleanup at contaminated J.H. Baxter site. The former J.H. Baxter wood treatment facility in Eugene, Oregon, is now officially listed on the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's Superfund National Priorities List, NPL, unlocking federal funding and launching a multi-year process to address one of the state's most persistent industrial contamination cases. Contamination legacy and immediate action. J.H. Baxter operated for nearly 80 years, treating wood products with creosote, pentachlorophenol, PCP, and other hazardous substances. The site's legacy includes widespread soil and groundwater contamination, with dioxins and other pollutants impacting nearby residential areas and posing unacceptable health risks, according to the EPA. In response to public concern and growing scientific evidence, the EPA initiated a time-critical removal action, TCRA, in 2024 to stabilize the site. This interim step focused on removing thousands of gallons of hazardous liquids, securing tanks, and preventing further contamination, but it is only a precursor to long-term remediation. What the Superfund listing means. The site's addition to the NPL on July 3, 2025, signifies that it is now one of the most serious hazardous waste sites in the country. With this designation, the J.H. Baxter site is now eligible for federal funds and resources under the Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act, CERCLA. This is a very important step in the extensive process required to clean up a site as contaminated as J.H. Baxter, said EPA Region 10 Administrator Emma Pocon. EPA is committed to ensuring the area is safe and the community deserves nothing less. The Superfund process, what's ahead? With NPL listing confirmed, the next steps follow a structured, multi-phase Superfund process. Remedial investigation, RI. Timeline, late 2025 to mid-2026. Goal, assess the full nature and extent of the contamination, including environmental and human health risks. Feasibility study, FS. Timeline, begins in parallel with RI. Goal, evaluate potential remedial actions based on effectiveness, cost, and technical feasibility. Proposed plan and public comment timeline. Expected 2027 goal. EPA will propose a cleanup plan and solicit community feedback before finalizing. Record of decision OAT timeline. Late 2027 or early 2028. Goal, finalize the remediation strategy and establish enforcement mechanisms. Remedial design and action timeline. 2028 onward. Goal, design and execute long-term remediation actions, potentially including soil excavation, groundwater treatment, and ongoing monitoring. Community involvement and transparency. A public meeting is scheduled for July 16, 2025, at Cascade Middle School in Eugene. EPA and Oregon DEQ officials will discuss next steps and explain how residents and businesses can remain engaged throughout the cleanup process. Under CERCLA, the EPA prioritizes public input at every stage, including access to data, health assessments, and progress updates. The agency has committed to maintaining transparency and ensuring the community remains an active stakeholder. Long-term outlook. Superfund cleanups are complex and can span over a decade from listing to completion. However, data from previous sites show significant benefits. Residential property values near cleaned-up Superfund sites can increase up to 24%, and long-term health risks are significantly reduced. For Eugene's Bethel neighborhood, the J.H. Baxter listing represents both a reckoning with past environmental negligence and an opportunity to reclaim contaminated land for safer and healthier use. You've been listening to Sustainability Soundbites from E+E Leader, where the business of sustainability meets real-world impact. Thanks for being a loyal listener. To inquire about brand partnership opportunities, reach out to a member of the E+E Leader team.